abandoned, beaten, neglected, or abused? Well, idiots all around the world are doing it to helpless, loving, and loyal animals. All around the world, there are animals in shelters, mills, streets, even in people's homes. These poor animals are hurt mentally and physically. They don't know what they could do that was so wrong to be treated so violently and cruelly. Have you ever looked into a newborn puppy's eyes? They look up at you so innocent and sweetly. Nothing on their mind or in their heart thinking about harming or hurting you, only loving you. So why can't you do the same? Abusing animals is against the law. Help put a stop to it. Just because they are a different species and you can't understand them doesn't mean they don't have feelings. It doesn't mean that you can't hurt them. Take dogs, for example. They care more about you than they do themselves. We use them for police and firefighters. If they're so willing to help us, then why are you so willing to hurt them? Wouldn't you want to help? Instead of buying a puppy from a pet store, why don't you get one from a shelter? Animals from a shelter will be more grateful for your love and your care. In most shelters, if a pet is not adopted, they are put to death. They don't get a second chance. It's not like being an orphan. Just because you're afraid there is something wrong with them, you won't adopt them. Well, there is. They're afraid. And they're afraid that someone will hurt them and abuse them again. Okay. Well, this is your chance to prove them wrong. Be everything they want and so desperately need. When you have some extra money and want to go buy a new pair of shoes that you don't really need, think about those animals who don't know from day to day whether they're going to eat tonight. Think about how hungry they are the next time you eat a snack. Think about how sad you are when someone doesn't keep their promises. Think about how sad they are when they realize that the person they love does nothing but hurt them. Most people think it's okay to abuse animals, but it's not. This is because it's a criminal felony. But not only that. They feel just as much as you do emotionally and physically. Before you kick an animal and permanently paralyze them, like someone did to poor sweet Oscar, who's now part of the ASPCA program, think about what it would do to them. Animals are like children. Would you intentionally hurt a child? Would you harm them in such a way that you scar them forever?
Okay, well, try me next year.
Many people argue that harming an animal is justified simply because they belong to you. Think about this. Do your parents have the right to hurt you just because they own you? Wouldn't you want someone to rescue you? Would you want to live in fear every quaking moment? It's illegal to harm a child, so it should be just as wrong to hurt an animal. They are both illegal, they are both mentally and physically scarring, and no matter what many people may think on the subject, no one ever considers what they may think, simply because they can't speak to you and you can't understand them. Shelter animals are weary of people because they've been hurt so many times. But then again, wouldn't you? They may take some time to warm up to you, but once they do, and you're kind to them and take care of them as they should be, they'll be more loyal than any other animal because they know what it's like to be in a bad environment where they're harmed and not taken care of. They'll appreciate you, love you, and be the best friend you'll ever have, no matter what animal they are. Whether they're a cat, a dog, a mouse, a horse, or any other species that come to your mind. They'll always be there for you. Georgia's animal cruelty became a felony on May 1st. You can be fined anywhere from $2,500 to $300,000, or from anywhere from 11 months to 2 years in jail. Depending on the situation, you can be charged for both. Anyone can be tried as an adult through the discretion of the Superior Court. The saying, boys will be boys and girls will be girls, will not protect you. Your parents can't say, oh, they didn't know better. Depending on how severe the crime is, tells how severe the punishment will be. Cruelty ranging from neglect or torture was considered a misdemeanor under the old law. It was punishable by a fine no more than $5,000 or imprisonment up to a year. Stop the pain or it will come back and bite you in the butt. Abusing animals is just like abusing a member of your family. Report the crime to the local police. By doing this, you raise awareness. If you see an animal being beaten or if you see it's not being taken care of properly, it's just like you doing it. Stop the madness before it stops you.